Hello guys and welcome to the Gaming Beans. I'm AlphaXX and today we are doing a video on the Harbinger soul from the Mage class that's going to be out in Storm Legion. Today joining me we have T-Rex, which is from the other Storm Legion video, and this video may be pretty long, and in the background there are going to be running clips from the live stream. The live stream will be linked in the video in the description below, so I advise watch the live stream and just listen to us talking while you're playing Rift or doing whatever, instead of watching the whole video, because it's just going to be clips basically. So
Nice and cheap.
Yeah, as we will probably talk on forever.
Yeah.
So let's start off. If you didn't know that the new Mage soul, if you didn't know there was a new Mage soul coming out, what the hell are you doing? The new soul is going to be called a Harbinger, and it's going to be a melee DPS spec.
Well,
yeah.
And healing.
Oh yeah,
and support.
DPS. Yeah.
I think it's going to be like part of all of our specs, from the looks of it.
Yeah, it's going to be insane. So the most insane part, I think, about the Harbinger is you get you change your weapons. So you still keep your staffs and all that kind of shit, but instead of getting a special two-handed weapons that you're gonna get from buff drops or whatever, you get buffs. You get a synth buff, a sword buff, and an axe buff, and depending which buff you use, depending which two-hander you get, and depending which bonus you get from it, which is quite cool, I think.
What I don't get is that they say they can't do like weapon wardrobe yet they can do this, which is basically the same.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
And it's like, if they can do this, there's no reason they can't do weapon wardrobe yet.
Yeah, and it's like, because these are going to be weapon buffs and buffs, is it going to be like the Chloro, where in PvP it can't be purged, or will it be that it can be purged in PvP? Because that would be pretty OP if it could.
Yeah, if it could be purged and you won't have a weapon. I'm guessing they probably can't.
Yeah, hope so. But the 200 weapons are still the same stats as the staff you were using or one-handers you were using from before.
Does it actually take into account like weapon DPS now? I don't know.
I wasn't sure. They said they
would change. It's just going to be spell power based, or
they would change. They say they're changing the spell power, attack power, and weapon damage and ability damage to make it more balanced. So I don't think we're going to be using weapon damage, really.
Yeah.
So this scythe, it looks friggin' insane, and I got two pictures of the buffs, what they have. So that will be in the video in a second. So the scythe gives a little bit of extra damage, and it does healing, which is, I think that's quite cool. So that's gonna be like, I don't know.
That's just the Icar spec.
Yeah, a support and an annoyance in PvP, isn't it really?
Yeah.
Like good enough DPS, I think, but not as and a little bit of healing. So in between.
We'll just be like clerics now.
Yeah, pretty much. On the tool blade, it's called the Reaper's Blade. It summons a deadly scythe of magical energy, slashing attack deal an additional 654 life damage and heals the mage for 262. All other damage attacks have a 20% chance to trigger this effect. Increases the mage's damage by 10% for 6 seconds if the enemy dies within 5 seconds of the mage dealing damage to them.
Oh wow, that's a purely PvP skill, the end bit, isn't it?
Yeah, the end part, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think the Reaper's Blade is going to be used for AoE healing. I think it's going to be used for self-healing, really.
Yeah.
From the kind of sounds of that.
Yeah.
But it is life damage, so it can proc from the Veils, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
So, not as much.
I reckon there's going to be tons of really overpowered builds when it first comes out.
Yeah. And on they're going to be, the Harbinger is going to be life and air, so it's probably going to be really good with Stormcaller and Chloro probably.
Yeah. And you stick it with Pyromancer, and when you get reduced cast time, you just cast Cinderburst.
Yeah.
Fireball or some shit.
So the sword is basically used for max damage. It's called Lightning Blade, and did you actually know it's instant cast, and they both cast 422 mana, but you actually get 9 charge for casting it. Like what?
Oh.
It doesn't make any
Oh,
sense.
also, by the way, if you look at the numbers, like mana and stuff, and how much damage you're doing, apparently, I posted on forums saying why are these numbers so high, like, are we getting like a complete gear reset? And apparently it's just that Elrond was using like stupid buffs to make himself really OP.
Yeah.
So it might just be like the same as us, like 42 mana or something for an attack.
Yeah, but still, why would he give you 9 charge? It's just stupid, isn't it?
Why? You only have
Anyway,
to use a go cooldown, so I don't know.
yeah. It says, summons a blade of electrified energy. Slashing attacks deal an additional 654 air damage. All other damage attacks have a 20% chance to deal an additional 654 air damage.
Hmm.
So that's going to be pretty. I think that's going to be quite useful for Stormcaller. Anyway,
Yeah, be AoE spec basically.
yeah. And then the last one, I don't have a tooltip for this one because they didn't actually have it for the live stream, is the
Yeah.
axe. Apparently it's going to be a life aspect, like life damage from it, and it's going to be heavy life healing, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what they said. So
So
I'm
they
guessing,
can mix it with Chloromancer and get
yeah,
some epic shit.
imagine that with in a PvP spec. That would just be invincible.
Yeah. You wouldn't do any damage though, so they're pointless.
Yeah,
That's
but
that's just like playing a warrior tank, really, isn't it?
yeah, but still, you can just stand there and take all the damage. And like, what? Why won't he die? Like, take that, bitches.
Yeah.
So, there's other stuff about the Harbinger. Apparently, it's more survivability utility stuff with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, from the buffs, it's going to be slash attacks from the abilities. There's an armor, I don't know what it's called, I saw it on him in the live stream, which reduces the cast time of the spells. So it's kind of like opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine having opportunity and that armor buff?
Yeah.
Do you think
It's gonna be horrendously OP.
that would be OP, wouldn't it? You just like insta-cast abilities 24/7. That's what I think
Yeah.
that's going to happen. They said in the video stuff about dodging parrying from the spec. I don't know how that's going to really work as a mage.
Yeah.
And
I
it
don't know,
says
it's probably gonna be done like a percent of your intelligence or something like that.
maybe, but
And
it's gonna be weird.
like clerics get hit from a passive that's the same as their focus.
Yeah.
So I mean we'll get that probably.
Don't
And
the
something
clerics
similar.
get something like 20% block from a percentage of their wisdom or something like that? We'll probably get
Yeah, that
something like
maybe.
that,
Yeah,
maybe.
probably get something similar.
And then we have self-healing abilities and shield and absorb shields with that spec apparently. So you can see a lot of bit of survivability there.
Yeah.
I can imagine that this spec is going to be very good for grinding as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Gonna be
Like,
good for grinding PAs again.
yes. But like, PA's boring though.
Yeah.
And then the last one, they said there's quite a lot of crowd control abilities. So as you see in the video, if you ever watch the live stream, there are charges, so we can charge into combat, but we can also blink back as well and retreat. So if you're a pyromancer, you would have the blink back, which would probably get you out of crowd control. You could charge in, which probably might get you out of crowd control. You can flicker, that's another one, which is 20 seconds long, and then you've got break free. So if there's any other
Yeah.
ones that they have in there, that's like 4 crowd control remove abilities. It's going to be unstoppable.
Yeah.
And then
And
if
we've
you get
got like diminishing returns on crowd control as well. Crowd control
yeah,
is basically becoming useless in PvP.
yeah, and then we've got what have we got? We've got reduced the duration of hostile stuns by 30% in the pyro tree. and obviously another 20% in the other tree. So what, are we going to be like unstoppable?
Mm.
This is insane.
Also, did you see they're trying to make it so that, because we have a lot more soul points, they're trying to make it so things aren't too OP. So if you look in Pyromancer, Spark was 35 points
Yeah,
instead of 25.
which is good, I guess, but
I think they don't want us to have like Defilemancer with Heatwave or some shit.
probably. But then again, if they've only put it in the next tier up, we've got an extra 10 points anyway, so, you know, they're going to be pretty much the same spec with Spark, with just a few more points. And if you didn't know, people, the level cap's obviously going to 60, and the current tree points are 66 total points you can spend, so we're going to an extra 10 points, so they're going to be 76 points to spend, two new tiers in the top of the trees and more root abilities, and they're going to be 61 pointer trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be some insane stuff, but all the stuff look the same, just a few move around and a few abilities on the new tiers and at their roots, really, isn't it?
And the ones at the top seem to be like 3-minute cooldowns and stuff anyway.
Yeah, so can you imagine, do you think we're going to actually be using 51 chloros or 61 chloros for tank healing?
I don't know. It depends how good the attack abilities are.
Yeah.
Because I reckon it'll be the root abilities rather than the free ones that are good for that. But yeah.
So we might as well talk about...
It could be really boring, like all our 51 specs will just turn into 61 specs.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't want that though. I want...
Yeah, the lame.
If you didn't know about Chloro, people, they're changing how Chloro Veils work. So if you're in PvP at the moment, obviously, you do damage for healing, so obviously you have Valor, so less healing for damage, basically. Well, now they're divorcing that damage to heal, kind of. Instead they're adding a base healing. The healing is now based on the cast time of the ability.
Yeah,
So
I hate this.
the longer the cast time, the more it should heal, apparently.
Yeah, I don't like this thing at all, really.
So yeah.
It's strange. So you're gonna want to stand still and cast really long abilities.
You're gonna need some uber rotations to probably max out the max healing, and then I'm guessing you want the Harbinger ability and or maybe the opportunity to use because obviously if you opportunity on a 2-second cast you still get the same amount of healing. So you want to use opportunity or the armor from Harbinger to make sure you use vile Nature's Fury and vile spores on it, maybe. But at the moment, Nature's Fury heals less than vile spores anyway. It only heals more. There's more targets around. So will that heal more now? I don't know.
Yeah, and like will ruin like even heal at all because it's got no cast time.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. They might just give it a cast time.
And maybe
there might be like a flat rate for instant cast abilities, which is less.
But I guess maybe the I don't know really. Just gonna have to wait and see. How do you think this is going to be OP in? Do you think Chloros would be OP in PvP again? Because obviously at the moment we're pretty average on the healing because of the damage base.
Yeah.
They're going to have to reduce the Chloro healing. Otherwise, it's just going to be loads. I think. You have to cast a few abilities and then you've got your heals out. You don't have to hit them at all.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, who knows on that one?
Yeah. I don't really like the sound of the new changes, to be honest.
No.
I like the whole kind of the core is like damage and then you heal things, and it made sense. This is just weird.
Yeah, like, well, how will spell power affect the healing though? Because obviously now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be strange. It's gonna be like a flat value depending on spell power. Just cast shit. I don't know.
Maybe. So it's like, I don't know. Is it going to be good, bad? We'll soon find out, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be beta soon. Did you see if you log on to Rift now, I haven't done it yet, but apparently if you click on copy to PTS, there's a button that says copy to PTS and copy for Storm Legion.
Oh?
So, I just posted on the forum a second ago. But yeah, so we should get beta soon, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And obviously you can get, you can buy a year's subscription and get the expansion free.
I'm thinking
cool.
I should do that.
I should as well.
Yeah, but it's just the fact it's so much cheaper in the long run, but...
It is.
Yeah, it's like 71 quid in one go.
Yeah, I worked it out. At the moment I'm paying every 3 months, and that works out to be £84 just for the subscription, but then you'd obviously need the expansion pack on top. So
yeah,
in the long
I
run.
got like the issue of like I really should buy it, but also I'm kind of low on money until my student loan comes in. So like it's probably best not to spend 71 quid on some random stuff.
Yeah, but then again, we need to ask how long is it? How long is it going to stay on there for? Because if it stays on while I get the student loan, then I'll get it when they get the student loan, and I can buy some more stuff. But otherwise, it's going to be like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I want to know how long it lasts because I'm thinking I should just buy it, but I don't know. Also, you know the amount you get.
Yeah.
So many people complained on the forums that
about the tail.
You just like see its bum. So like, well, put a tail on it, and they're gonna patch it in.
Have you seen the tail? It's like it's tiny. Yeah. And the people are still moaning. So then when Elgar posts so funny pictures, like
oh yeah, the cat. Yeah, it's one of the kind of nice thing.
Well, who cares if it's got a bum? Most of the mounts have a bum anyway.
Yeah, I mean like all the ape ones do, like Namjoks, they're called Nashmoks.
And you get the ugly ones from Iron Pine Peak. It just looks like that with just some crystals and bigger horns on it, really, isn't it? Yeah. It's people these days, Jesus. Anyway,
yeah. What's worse is there's been loads and loads of forum posts about like, oh, is Rift gonna go fully topless now or something like that? just because you know it's an MMO, so
yeah.
all the females are busty, etc.
I think it's good enough. Oh, okay as it is anyway. So Warlock. So this is going to be changed. It may not be as good in PvE, but they're making it so it's nastier in PvP.
Oh
so
yeah.
Now there should be will it be a viable PvP spec now? Do you think maybe?
I don't know. What I think will happen is you know the Warlock dots kind of suck anyway in PvP.
Yeah.
No PvP even. But then you get the nasty thing if you cleanse it. I think it'll just mean people just won't cleanse it, and then it will just be as shit as it was.
Well, it says, as you didn't know, the Ninja's Torture is whatever, and that lasts for 20 seconds. So now they're making it so if you cleanse a buff, a dot that from the Warlock, or I don't know if it's just Warlock or any tree, I'm not too sure about that. But if you cleanse a dot on you while you have Ninja's Torch on you, it silences you and also does hefty damage to you as well, apparently. And they said that they're making it so they're having more different abilities and kind of stuff for PvP. So hopefully it could be a really good PvP spec, I think.
Yeah, it could be. And it's still going to be easy to balance if this thing goes through. Yeah. Where they're going to normalise everything.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think normalising will be a good idea. Also, it will stop people from queuing about having to grind PvP for PvE gear, etc.
Shouldn't be like that anyway. Should be.
I know, yeah.
Should have no focus on it at all. PvP gear. It should have.
They should just make it so you can all the stats only apply when you attack another player.
Yeah, they should make it so you have no focus on it at all, and all the spell power is all vengeance. Yeah. So you can't get any bonuses from it.
Yeah, I don't get why there even is spell power on these things.
I don't know. I don't get it either. They
Just
want
like
to make it all
just like the
vengeance.
staff, like I'm using that in ID right now. It's like 800 and what, 811 spell power.
Yeah. Why can't they
It
just? Why
yeah,
can't they
if
make that
if
into
that was just all
vengeance?
vengeance, I think it's because then the melee would have advantage because they could use their weapons because it's just DPS.
Yeah, but you've got 76 focus though. Why the hell do you want 76 focus on it? It's a PvP weapon, not a
Yeah, yeah.
PvE
Oh,
weapon.
yeah, yeah. Also, what's stupid is they're giving like Harbinger, all the like block and stuff.
Yeah.
In raids, that's kind of useless for DPS anyway.
Hmm.
And in PvP, everyone just has focus and hit, so they're ignored.
Yeah.
So it's kind of pointless completely.
Completely. Yeah. So, is Storm Legion going to be melee friendly? Because obviously, Harbinger is going to be a melee class. So,
Oh yeah,
and obviously, ID wasn't really melee friendly at all.
not at all. No.
So, in the video, they're talking about it, and apparently, they're making fights melee friendly. That's high on their list of stuff. They want to make all fights melee friendly. They said
Yeah.
that their encounters, they're going to be encounters where the melee will shine, and when rangers will shine. So if we're using Harbinger, obviously we then have a chance if the melee are better in that fight, we can go melee, do good melee DPS. And if it's
Hmm.
shitty, where you have to move a lot, we can go range, I guess.
This is why I think the Warrior Soul is definitely going to be a range one.
It's going to have to be, otherwise they're
Yeah.
going to QQ.
Yeah, because I think they're trying to make it so that every single calling can do melee and range, so that they
Yeah,
can make fights which need say, oh, we could use 6 melee for this, for range, etc. And then
yeah.
anyone can take the roles.
And they said that they, at the moment, when they're doing boss fights and all that kind of stuff, they're making it so they have a whole group full of melee players. So make sure that it is definitely melee friendly, because they don't
Yeah.
want to not kick them out of doing stuff, because it's
Mm.
pretty sucky in ID anyway.
Yeah, like male forwards, you can't even use them hardly on the first phase at all. I
Yeah.
think it was patched in so they get like a buff so they don't die. That first, we literally the warriors would stand back until the second phase.
Yeah.
This is lame.
It is, it is. So, if you didn't know, well not recently, but quite a while ago, the melee, the warriors and rogue pets got changed, their graphical look, and so are the mage ones. They're getting graphical looks. In the live stream, we get to saw the greater air elemental. That was pretty
It was a
cool.
lesser one, wasn't it?
No, it was a greater. They put points in the tree, so we could get it. I believe.
Oh, that's why they said it was the lesser air elemental.
Is it?
I think it was.
Oh, I'll have to look and check. Well, anyway, that pet looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
In my notes, guys, this is what it goes. It says Ellie air pets, boobs, blue, and sick.
yeah.
That's what it was. It was cool. I
Yeah,
thought that looked
I
kind of
think,
cool.
yeah, we're gonna get some cool looking skins.
Definitely better than
Hopefully.
that whirly shit that we've got now. It's like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah.
What? So,
Although, we could get new, like, graphics, but then all the specs could suck,
yeah,
and we
I
never use them anyway.
can't wait to see it though. I can't wait to see the necro pets, what they've changed like, and the big
Yeah, this would
tank
be pretty
Ellie
cool.
pet. And also now, they're making it so all the mage souls that have pets with it, so basically Ellie and necro, all the talents you put in them all work together. So all the pet abilities from those two trees should work together if they're like, say they can work together, which would be
Yeah.
quite cool, I guess.
So you could get,
So
like, Necromentalist spec,
yeah,
just all pets.
that's gonna be pets everywhere.
Yeah.
Shame you can't have two pets up at once though. Ah.
But there was, like, well, there used to be the spec called Zoomancer, back in, like,
Yeah,
1.2 or something.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's crap. It was like useless because like you get like really high DPS, but most of it wasn't on the boss because like you can't control where your pet's going, so
Yeah.
it was really pointless, really.
So, Dom, that's getting changes.
Yeah,
They still want to focus it as control spec, They say that they're going to add more AoE type abilities, so AoE damage abilities, and they're going to try and make it so Dum's going to be more self-efficient. And they
Yeah.
said that they wanted it to try and make it so it can be used in raids a little bit, but not as, obviously, not a lot, but making sure you can use it
Yeah.
more
They
in
also
raids.
said they want them to make so you can use support in 5-man dungeons.
Yeah,
It's like a major thing. I think that's really strange. I don't see how it's going to work at all.
I don't know how Dum's going to work as a support at all.
Yeah, it might be like, oh, we might have to CC this one mob I walk past, but it won't be like, it won't be used in the dungeon. It'll be someone will switch spec for like 5 seconds. You see it and then run up and get back.
You'll have a group with one warrior or one tank and 5 mages. You're gonna change spec, all go to dumb, sheep the mob, and run past the trash mobs and go straight to the boss. That's what it's gonna be like, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I can see it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so obviously, our Chloro or our mages are still gonna be using cloth. Are they gonna be using plate abilities or new stats? They said they're still going to be
Yeah.
using cloth, so we're still going to have one set of armor. So that's nice for us mages. Hey,
Yeah, we can still slack.
still slack. And they said that they're going to on your weapons and stuff, you may see some new stats for helping out melee. So they might get some staffs or weapons that might be better to use for Harbinger than is for other,
Yeah, that
maybe.
could be interesting.
So so we might have to still get 2 staffs, maybe one for range and one for
Yeah.
maybe
That's
whatever.
not bad though, is it?
That's not bad. It's better than getting other
And
stuff.
get a full set of tank gear again.
Yeah. So we're talking only about AP and stuff changes, but yeah, they're trying to make it so that the game's going to be more balanced and stuff like that. They said that they're going to give unloved souls more love. So for warriors out there, for warlord, they said they're going to have something to look forward to there. And other classes, they're going to get more love on souls that weren't really loved before, which I think is going
Yeah.
to be good.
What I think is going to happen is, every... I know you could say cleric has support, but they don't. Their support is just heals, basically, melee.
Yeah.
So every calling has 3 roles, and warrior has 2. So I think
Yeah.
basically, I think they're going to change. The new soul will be a ranged soul. It'll just be DPS. But
Yeah.
they're going to change warlord into support,
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
some people from my guild want. They say, I'd
yeah,
like it if they take away Warlord as a tank spec completely and make it into a pure support spec because it's got
yeah.
some nice
I
buffs in
think
there.
that's what's going to happen.
But that would be good, I think.
Yeah. But is it going to be the case that we definitely need an Archon, Bard, and Warlord every time in raid?
Well, if it's like that, maybe the Warlord can go a little bit into Beastmaster for the 7% buff. I don't know how many points you need for that. So maybe we're gonna
Yeah.
have like, for them we don't need a Beastmaster on bosses, and then you could go pure melee DPS. But
Yeah.
you never know. I mean, the support might do a lot of DPS. We're not too sure. It might not even be a support spec. You never know.
Yeah. I'm 90% sure it probably is.
Yeah,
With the way things
same.
are going, because otherwise they just have. I mean, yeah. Everyone else is kind of getting through roles and expanding. I think they're going to get support spec.
Yeah. They said some stuff about crowd control abilities that they're looking into it, and I don't know if crowd control abilities will be OP or not. They said they don't know, they're not too sure yet. They're gonna wait till beta and alpha
Yeah.
to test out the abilities in actual live content because you just can't really test that really at all.
Yeah.
So the charge mechanic, they said that instead of the normal toggle off, toggle on like normal, they said that there's gonna be 2 to 3 new uses of charge. Then they said they may not stay, but they never told us what it is. So
Yeah.
might have something to look forward to there, maybe.
Yeah. I don't see what new uses could be. I mean, we already have toggling, and we have like
We have,
fulminate, which just uses all the charge.
we have defile as well.
Yeah, defile drains it. Yeah. I don't
That's
see that
really it,
like.
isn't it?
I don't see it like can't be new uses. There might be like other skills which do the same thing as that.
Yeah, it's either going to be new skills that do those kind of do more of those kind of free, or
Yeah.
maybe they might put in some new ways of using charge. We have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be like that like rune shield thing in the PvP tree.
Yeah.
You could have like a DPS version of that, like puts 5 stacks on you and each one's worth spell power, something like
Yeah.
that.
Or take away 20 charge and gives you, or depending on how much charge you have, depending on how much spell power it gives you for how long, maybe.
Yeah,
Kind
something
of
like that.
kind of like a warrior ability where they have, depending on how many stack of sword things they have, depending on how
Yeah,
long a buff lasts or something. We might have that, but for charge.
yeah, it could be.
Never know. I soon. I can't wait. They said they want
Yeah,
to
I
make.
can't wait for beta.
Yeah. They said they want to make more their souls more synergy between each other and
Yeah.
less macro reliant. Mmm.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
at the moment, the Defilemance is like 10 ability, 10 keybinds anyway, so.
Yeah. Although they
Got,
did say they want to make our rotations easier.
well, I do
I
like
don't know.
Defilemancer.
Yeah,
I love doing it. It's
I,
fun.
yeah, I actually like our hub rotations. I'd rather they made other people's rotations harder.
Yeah, because obviously Warriors is press a few macros and that's it really.
Yeah.
Obviously there are some really hard ones. I don't know how they work out, but it's not as hard as Defilemancer, I don't think.
I think the Farmhouse is probably the hardest spec in the game.
Oh no, well it used. Well, I think the Stormcaller one was the hardest one. The
Oh
Stormcaller,
yeah,
that was probably the hardest, but it's not used anymore, is it?
yeah. And also, the Farmhouse got a little easier when they made
Yeah,
the dots same length.
and sacrifice life for damage when they nerfed that as well.
Oh yeah,
Or made it well better, should we say?
yeah, they buffed it.
Yeah. They said there's going to be combos in alpha currently. There are combos that people are doing that people wouldn't really expect. So so can you see trees going like 20-20-20-ish, like kind of thing, like mid-range 20-30s in each souls, or 20-40s,
I
40
don't
20s and
know.
15s. I don't know.
Yeah,
Can is it going to be like I don't?
we do have a lot of points, so
Yeah. I really don't hope that they're not going to be just stuck onto 51 trees. I hope that they're going to be spread around all 3 trees or stuff like that instead of using 2 as
yeah.
well. That would be insane.
I hope it will be like kind of hard to distinguish whether like a certain tree is absolutely best. So that I mean, you can have this customization, but if we're pigeonholed to one build, then you might as well not even have all the trees. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. There's like we definitely need more more roles as well. In the live stream, it said if they give the people 100 roles, everyone would want 101. But yeah,
Yeah,
but still, I think there's going to be so many specs that are going to be really good and close DPS wise that we're going to have to choose between them. Because
yeah,
I think I'm pretty sure there's going to be 3 Chloro specs. There's going to be one with Harbinger. There's going to be one ranged one, like there is now, like Chlorolock, Pyrolock,
yeah,
or whatever. And then there's going to be one where you're going to have be above 51 points for tank healing. So there's going to be 3 Chloro ones.
yeah,
Then there's going to be DPS ones, one with Harbinger, and then probably 2 other
mm,
range ones for different kind of fights. And then you still got your PvP specs that if you want to do
yeah,
PvP. So that's gonna, I'm full up on specs already without even.
yeah. So I don't have enough, but I don't even get why they don't give us more. 'Cause it's not like it restricts what we can have. Because all you have to do is just respec like 50 gold.
Yeah,
All it does is waste our time, basically.
because at the moment I'm respecing one spec all the time. It's respecing for raids, respecing
Oh yeah,
different
it's the
PvP specs. It's kind of
macros
annoying.
one, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the most pointless thing in the world. Like, can you just give us another role so we can actually just keep it there all the
Or
time?
just make it so you can like save the hotbars.
Yeah,
That'd be so much better. Because the most annoying thing is when you switch back and you have to build a hotbars again.
yeah, that is really annoying.
Mm.
So, what else is there more? I don't, uh, not all souls are going to be great for everything. So, there are going to be strengths and weaknesses, obviously. So,
Yeah.
I can see, I can see a lot of the mage souls. Some of them are going to be used for PvP, and I can see some of them definitely going to be shine in PvE, but not maybe
Mm.
in PvP. And Dom is going to have a lot to do more in raid environment. I still don't see how that's going to work really at all.
I don't know. Raid might be. I mean, you already use it sometimes in Raid.
Yeah,
We use it in Raid now for one skill on that
well,
command.
two skills because you use it as Drac as well for polymorphing
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
for the whole fight.
It's such a boring fight that.
It is, isn't it? It's like,
I mean, for us, we had to go out the back and just like AFK for ages.
Some, sometimes you're AFK and then you come back and you're dead. Like, how the hell am I dead when I've been AFK for the whole fight?
Yeah.
So they set cooldowns. They said that they have more of a pursuit than cooldown. So basically, they want to make cooldowns use them when it's necessary. They don't want you to use cooldown as soon as they're off. And
Yeah.
abilities, you want them to be used at certain times. So I'm guessing some are going to be like uber damage ones, which best time would be probably used when you have, I don't know, flaring power up maybe, or when you're not moving around. Or I can see there's going to be like
Yeah.
movability, maybe movability ones where you have 50% run speed when you might come in handy somewhere. I don't know
Yeah.
really. And cooldown ability. There's a cooldown ability for the Harbinger, which is just insane.
Oh yeah,
Is
it is.
uh, is where if you're in ranged, you can still use your melee abilities for a short amount
Yeah.
of time. So that kind of goes with the
It's
cooldown thing
it's
we
not
was
even a
talking
short
about.
amount of time. If you look at it, if you look at the skill that was moused over, it's like half the duration. So it like lasts 15 seconds and has 30-second cooldown. So it's gonna be stupidly OP in PvP.
Can you imagine? All you have to do is blink back, use your cooldown of the melee one, charge back in, blink back, use the range, blink in,
Yeah.
blink out. It's like what? So that's when he's going to be used for the in raid counters for cooldown. So obviously when the boss flies up, or maybe when you have to move because of waves or something, that's when you
Yeah.
use the cooldown and use your melee abilities, even though you're in range. Like what's going on there?
Yeah.
That's going to be insane. So I can't wait for doing that. And obviously there's one ability on there that, but I don't know why it's on there at all. Stealth. We have a stealth
Yeah.
ability.
It only lasts like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it lasts 10 seconds and it's a 1 minute cooldown. Like,
And
what?
and if you use ability, it's broken as well. So
Yeah. Like, what? Why the hell do we need a stealth for? We're a
I don't know.
mage. I don't understand. It's not
The,
even
the,
long
the
enough
bit
to use it.
I know, but yeah, it doesn't really have any use. It's just making us like rogues for no reason.
The only thing I can see it used for is use a speed buff, use stealth, run for 10 seconds as fast as you can, and then go out of it. I can't really see that being. I could probably see a little bit of use in PvP. You know, like someone's around the
Yeah.
corner, stealth up, and then charge in. But you don't need stealth because you've got a charge anyway, so there's no point.
Yeah. I don't know.
You'd rather use a charge and stun them than use stealth and go right behind them and attack them, wouldn't you rather?
Yeah. And also from that Storm Mage video, the trailer thing, teaser, it looks
Yeah.
like warriors have either a blink or could be stealth as well.
Yeah, I
So
saw
it's
that.
gonna give it to everybody, and everyone will be invisible on the warfront.
It's like I don't know where anyone is.
Yeah.
It's like a whole raid going stealth and Whitefall. It's like one half of the raid is going one side, the other half of the raid is going the other side, and they all spawn and pick up the flag and then run to the other side. It's like what? And then all you see is the two flag carriers just walking, and then you don't see anyone else because they're all in stealth all around them. It's like OP much?
Yeah.
That is going to be insane.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
So, that was the Harbinger Soul, melee DPS spec / support. I think I'm going to enjoy it a lot. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna, even if we get a new song, I'm gonna respec leveling. I'm just gonna be like full on Harbinger.
Yeah, same.
I think I'm just gonna be like with Scythe, because that'll be like, because
It looks
obviously
awesome.
mobs will hit hard as well, so
Yeah,
that'd be like half healing, half damage.
it looks awesome as well.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I'll
Also,
link.
did you see the weapons? There was like a picture somewhere, like depending
Yeah,
on how high up you
I,
go in the tree,
yeah.
they get like better.
I was gonna link that into
Oh,
the
okay.
thing as well. I like the pictures of it. It looks awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah, like starts off looking kind of lame and gets like better and
I was talking to Rory
awesome.
yesterday. He's got
Yeah.
his scythe from ID. I was like, yeah, my scythe is gonna look so much better than yours. Can't wait for that bit.
But like, yeah, like if people are in like full wardrobe outfits, like you run towards you and there'll be like a warrior and a mage, and you're wondering which is which.
It's like, who needs it? Who needs a wardrobe slot for weapons? When we've got the weapon buff. Oh yeah, screw
Yeah.
you. Oh, I can't. It's gonna look. It looks awesome. I
Yeah,
cannot
it
wait.
does.
Blue as
That's
well.
good.
Like, ooh.
I was
Right.
a bit iffy whether the melee spec would be good, but I don't know.
After watching the live
Well.
stream, I
Huh?
think they've done it well. After watching the
Yeah.
live stream, I think they've done it
Yeah.
well.
I'm kind of glad we didn't get a tank, to be honest.
Yeah, they said that they have no intentions right now of doing a tank.
Yeah. They didn't want to give people extra souls, like warriors aren't getting healing, etc.
And it says on the Storm Legion website that mages still take hefty damage because they're still mages. So if you even try to tank, you might only be able to tank, you know, a few trash mobs in a T2 or something like you probably can now.
Yeah.
But that's about it. You won't be able to do bosses or such, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean you don't have toughness, so you can't.
Yeah. So I
know.
doubt that you can see the Harbinger using as much of a tank spec at all, really. I think.
Yeah, it would just be like, I think it's just going to be pure melee DPS, like so, etc. for raids.
Yeah.
And then it's like survivability for PvP, but not tanky.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Yeah.
So that's been the Harbinger Soul. I hope you stayed for the whole video of us chatting away.
How long was it?
No idea yet. So
No.
see you guys.
Yeah.